Hello there.
What is up, super fam and bro Vengers alike? I am Sensei Finito, aka Vane Sensei, and welcome to Marvel Bros, where we discuss all things Marvel and everything pop culture. And today we are going to be doing our watch party and review for none other than Season 3, Episode 5 of The Wheel of Time. And I am excited, I am hyped, I'm juiced, and I'm ready to get into it, man. Last week's episode was an absolute banger. No lie, I've watched it probably about 5 times. Yeah, I probably watched it about 5 times. So I am so excited to get into this episode tonight. As usual, we'll be checking it out, talking about it, nerding out and whatnot. I'm a little tired, a little sleepy. It's been a long day of a lot of stuff going on. And yeah, it's been a long day. That's all I got to say is it's been a very long day. So, you know, we chilling though, we vibing, and I'm excited for tonight's episode, man. I really am. Tonight's episode is actually titled Teleranriud, and that, bruh, that name alone has me knowing that they're going full to the wall this entire season. Like, last week's episode, bro, had some of the best sci-fi fantasy that I have ever seen. Like, it was insane the way that it was just insane. I couldn't believe it, bro. Like Wheel of Time has to be the best blend of magic and fantasy that I've seen for sure. You know what I'm saying? Excuse me. Damn. That was interesting. But yeah, like, holy, I was not ready for it last week. And it just continued to get better and better throughout the entirety of the episode. And again, I watched it legit minimum. I watched it 5 times. I know I watched it more than 5 times because I watched it like 4 times and then no. Yeah. No, I watched it about four or 5 times. And then I also watched it with the audio, not the audio commentary. No, is the audio commentary? No, audio description. I watched it last week with the audio description on, and oh my goodness, bro, the way and the voice actor or whoever it is that reads the script or reads the action movements of what's happening. Bro is just he was masterful at it. I was engulfed even more hearing all the play-by-plays and then as these moments are happening and the wheel is and like the wheel of time, quote unquote, is turning, right? And we're seeing all these different things and he's saying flicker, time flickers, and flickers again. And it's like, oh my goodness, bro. I was like, yeah, I was turned up watching it on the with the audio description. I'm not gonna lie, it was a whole new experience. I might do that with everything now. So that it was just, bro, I can't believe how much stuff was accomplished in last week's episode was insane. I can't believe that this is the same show from season 1 to season 2 to season 3. Like, it's crazy how everything has changed so much, but it's not changed in like a way to where it's like, oh, this isn't even the same thing. It's like it evolved into something so much bigger and so much grander than what it started off as. I have said it time and time again, but this show is going to do that type of like, you know, it's going to continue to get better and better as we see week after week. Literally week after week, this show has just grossed me in more and more. And if you guys know, if you don't know, I am a watcher turned into a reader. We just finished book 3 here on the channel. If you guys want to, you can find one of those playlists somewhere. We've gone through all of the Wheel of Time stuff. We have a whole entire From Watcher to Reader series that goes from book 1 to book 3, and it was just a fantastic time. It's been awesome to cover the books. So going into this season, I was very curious as to what they were going to do, what they were going to accomplish, the things that they were going to figure out. Like I didn't know what was going to happen, but I love what they're doing so far, even though I don't know what comes after these next books, right? Like I don't know what's next in these books, but what I do know is that where we're at currently in the book has been like it's being adapted into the season in a pretty cool way. So being a watcher slash reader and not a reader slash watcher definitely opens my eyes to different things, and it allows me to kind of nerd out in a different way to be able to like to try and be able to figure out what's going to happen, or how are these moments different or the same, or whatever the case may be. And I have loved what they've done so far. So what's up with Amari Sue? You, I forget. Did you like last week's episode, Sensei? I loved it. I thought you knew. Sup. What's happening? Rafe Judkins told the readers, "Look, you gotta say the word flicker. I can't explain why, but the fans will go crazy." Like he said it. Oh, bro, I was like, whoa. And he sounded like I'm terrible with actors' names, but he sounded like someone that I have heard before do a lot of commentary for things, and it was bruh. If you guys if you guys are super nerds like that, which I'm pretty sure that's about 89% of the Wheel of Time fan base is super nerds like that. Go ahead and watch the episode again with that audio description on if you haven't already. It was awesome, and I really enjoyed it. There, the very I don't know any of these characters' names, so I apologize. But when Lanfear, before she becomes Lanfear, is talking to Rand before he was Rand, and and they're talking in the old tongue or whatever that is. I think it's the old tongue. And then he's saying what there's bro, it just blends together amazingly. I'm just such a nerd, bro. I can appreciate every aspect of a show. From everything to everything. You dig it? Like, let's break it down, baby. Let's break it down. I wanted to check out Lauren's Wheel of Time season 3 episode 4 breakdown. We probably still can, but I don't think we'll have time to go through the entire thing. But if you guys have already, and again, I know you guys already have went over there and showed some love, but make sure you go and show some love to my guy Lauren over there at Unraveling the Pattern, okay? Bro, he does the damn thing diligently. So I'm excited to check this out for sure. Let's see the spoiler warning. This video contains show spoilers through episode 3, season 3, episode 4. It's mostly safe for show only watchers, non-book readers, but I do talk about helpful backstory and lore related to things mentioned or hinted this episode that might... Okay, awesome. I think we're good to go. I've seen non-readers starting to complain it's hard to keep up with all the magic systems. Ooh, okay. Okay, I mean, I can understand that. I mean, you're getting a lot thrown at you, to be completely fair. And and you're not just getting a lot thrown at you, you're getting a lot of a hard magic system thrown at you. When it's a soft magic system, you can kind of just throw whatever at anybody. But when it's a hard magic system and you also have to come through and explain these different things that are going on, and they're all interconnected as well, I can see how that could be a little overwhelming for Gen Pop. That's what I like to call him, right? I can see how that could be a little overwhelming for Gen Pop, but for the Nerd Pop, I know that we're like, give me more, more. You know what I'm saying? Like, we need as much as possible, yo. We need as much as possible. Like, for real. All right, let's see. Let's see what's popping here. Let's see how much we can get through here.
As Tom Maryland said in season 1, nothing is more dangerous than a man who knows the past. Well, after this insane Wheel of Time episode entitled The Road to the Spear, Rand knows a lot more about the past and might just become dangerous. Let's unravel the episode to make sense of it all. This is Unraveling the Pattern. I'm Lauren. While mostly safe for non-book readers, check the spoiler warning in the description for more details. To better understand this episode, I think it's helpful to remember certain aspects about Aiel culture. The Aiel are hard-headed, honor-bound people who have very strong beliefs. Avienda told Perrin in season 2 they live by a system called Ji Eto, which literally translates to honor and obligation. They are honor and duty-bound to a fault. We've seen how belligerent Avienda can be. She yelled at Lan and Rand for having swords near Rhuidean, and she even got into a semi-friendly sparring match with Lan before the Wise Ones intervened and called her out for her foolishness. It turns out Avienda was called to be a wise one, but she stubbornly fled the waste in search of the Kara Karn, rather than giving up her spears and accepting her duty and obligation to the people. Bear told her she can no longer run from what she must be, and she shared that at one point she too was a maiden of the spear who wanted to deny her duty. Do you recall when Egwene accidentally entered Bear's dream? Bear was wearing the Cadensor, or Aiel I remember that, as a maiden of the spear. Clearly she still dreams of being an Aiel warrior, even though she has accepted her duty to the people to serve as a wise one. We also learned that Bear can channel the One Power, which caught Moraine and Egwene off guard. Could it be possible
that caught me off guard. I knew that they was gonna be. I knew that they was like the Dream Walkers, but when she straight up was like, stop boy in his tracks. Oh my goodness. I was like, wait a minute.
Avienda was called to be a wise one because maybe she's also a Dreamwalker, or maybe she...
And I could see why I could see why the Watchers are confused from that. You know what I mean? I can definitely see how the Watchers can be like, wait a damn minute. I thought only, you know what I mean? I thought only did, you know what I'm saying? Like, and start doing that thing that be happening. I'm interested in knowing what's going on too, though. And I hope we get to travel deeper into that question in this episode.
She can channel. Bear broke Avienda's spears and sent her to Rhuidean to go through the rings, which we'll get to shortly. There's a long list of what Aiel think is honorable or dishonorable, but as Bear taught, the most G, or honor, is gained when an Aiel warrior touches an Aiel enemy during a fight without harming them. The one who is touched gives up their spears for a year and a day to pay their toll or obligation. They become Gaishan, essentially Aiel servants. They dress in all white. Imagine believing so strongly in honor that you would drop everything to be a servant for a year just because someone touched you during a fight. This Aiel hard-headedness is important to understand because for some, what they see in the glass columns about the truth of the Aiel past and what some might consider dishonorable oath-breaking of their ancestors is too much to bear, and many die inside the columns rather than accept the truth. As Rand walked through the glass columns, he saw the remains of those who did not accept what they saw. In the columns, Rand saw Muradin, the Shido warrior who had been sent to become their new clan chief. Muradin was so distraught by what he witnessed that he tore out his own eyes. Though Muradin had arrived days before Rand, eventually Rand passed him, as Muradin refused to walk forward to continue witnessing more of his people's history. If Muradin's visions aligned with Rand's, that means he refused to move forward somewhere between witnessing a vision about the Aiel living the way of the leaf and then breaking their oaths, and the separation of the Aiel from the Tuatha-On. Speaking of the Tuatha-On, as a reminder, the traveling people in the
wait. Okay. All right, I just had to. That had to register in my brain. I needed a second. I needed a second to register what he said just now.
Belief, and then breaking their oaths, and the separation of the Aiel from the Tuatha-On. Speaking of the Tuatha-On, as a reminder, the traveling people in the current age follow a pacifist ideology called the Way of the Leaf. They'd rather run from harm or allow their loved ones and themselves to be hurt or killed than do any sort of violence. The irony is that the current view of Aiel honor is completely contrary to this idea, despite the fact that at one time the Aiel followed the Way of the Leaf, which I'll discuss more as we go. Avienda mentioned in the previous episode that one of the most dishonorable things an Aiel can do is to refuse to defend themselves in a fight. This is in part why the Aiel don't let the Tuatha-On, calling them the Lost Ones. But who was really lost? Also, remember they're the Lost Ones, actually. Live in wagons and travel around searching for something they call the Song, with a capital S. Keep this in mind as we continue. Another reminder, the Aiel call the waste a threefold length.
Capitalization for terms is very important, you guys. Don't forget. Capitalization for terms is super
because they
important.
feel it has a three-part purpose. The waste is 1, a shaping stone to make them. They certainly are tough. 2, a testing ground to prove their worth. The harsh desert landscape and the trial of Rhuidean certainly test them and help them prove they're honorable. And 3, a punishment for the sin. When Perrin asked Aviendha what sin, she said nobody remembers. It was so long ago. Well, some people remember.
Who said salads have to be boring?
That's crazy. Yo, that's so dope.
Deep in the threefold land is a strange and sacred ancient city called Rhuidean, surrounded by eerie, unrelenting fog despite
Beautiful
the heat.
city, too.
Rhuidean almost appears to float in clouds.
A city in the clouds.
Moraine notes that the fog is oddly dry and that she can almost see weaves of the One Power keeping it there. Later in one of Rand's ancestors' memories, he sees the city being covered in fog by an ancient Aes Sedai, which we'll get to. Those who would become leaders of the Aiel, clan chiefs for men, or wise ones for the women, are sent into the city without weapons to be tested. Bear said they take no weapons into the city to honor the last true Aiel. I'll talk more about that soon. I did like how many weapons Moraine emptied from her pockets. Not as funny as the version from the books where Matt emptied his pockets of many knives and weapons, but still a fun nod for book fans. Anyway, this is why Rand came to the
Damn
Aiel
you,
Waste.
Lauren!
To prove he is the prophesied Kara Karn, or chief of chiefs, he must pass the trial of Rhuidean.
To lead is to know where you came from.
What do you mean?
To understand the blood in your veins.
Earlier, as Rand and Lan were training with the sword, Lan asked Rand if he felt he was part of the Aiel. Rand spoke of sheep and how they would cut an adoptive ewe mother and put the blood from the mother onto the adopted lamb so that the ewe would accept the lamb as her own. He said, "I look like them, I know their blood flows in my veins, but I'm not one of them, not yet anyway." Another quick detail I loved, as Lan and Rand practiced swords, Rand mentioned he was taught by his adopted father Tam, who apparently was a blade master, about something called the flame and the void, a sort of meditation practice that helps with focus during a fight. I was so happy to hear this mentioned, but I'll have to talk more about what it means another time. As Rand's group arrived, they found another clan, the Shido Aiel, who were already at the city, awaiting one of their own to finish his test inside and emerge as their new clan chief. As I mentioned in my episodes 2 and 3 Unraveled video, the Shido are kind of the black sheep of the Aiel clan.
So bro already got 2 different clans outside. Wait. I'm so hyped for
They
today's
are currently in
episode.
a blood feud with Aviendha's and Ruark's clan,
I
the
cannot wait to
Aiel.
see
There was a
everyone's
moment of
reaction
tension
to
where
bro
the
having
Aiel
the
veiled their
dragons
faces
on.
and started
Oh
to
my
get riled
God!
up, like they wanted
I'm
to
so
fight. They are one of
excited!
the wise ones with Rand's group,
I'm
and
so
Ruark's wife
excited for
mentioned the
tonight's
peace of
episode,
Rhuidean.
bro.
Blood feuds have no place near the sacred city. Violence of any kind is forbidden there. This woman, Savannah, says she was married to the previous Shido clan chief, but after he died, she married his son, Muradin.
Wild.
Kinda creepy, but whatever. Muradin is the one currently in Rhuidean that Rand saw while he was there. This man is Couladin, Muradin's brother. He said that if Muradin does not survive his trial in Rhuidean, that he will go into the city to become the new Shido clan chief. Bear reminds Couladin that potential clan chiefs or wise ones must be approved by a minimum of 2 wise ones before they can enter the city, and that she and
straight
Moraine
little
are the
boydom.
only 2 present, meaning Savannah
She's like,
is
"Little
not
boy."
a wise one. Rand witnessed Aviendha asking leave to enter Rhuidean the night before, and so he asked the wise ones in the same way. Couladin was not just upset that a wetlander requested to enter the city, but he also accused Rand of asking like a woman. I noticed that this gesture made by Rand implies surrender or compliance. He made the same gesture as he exited the city, but this time with Moraine in his arms. Once they are approved by the wise ones, they're treated as if they're dead.
Rhuidean belongs to the dead. They will not speak to the living again until they return.
We do not see them until they stand among the living once more.
I think of this a bit like the Christian concept of baptism. It's a ritual that symbolizes death and rebirth. They enter Rhuidean one way and exit completely changed.
The preacher said all my sins is washed away, including that Piggly Wiggly I knocked over in Yazoo.
Rand and Moraine's faces at the end display a sort of 1,000-yard stare. They'll be forever changed by these experiences. Those who return and have passed their test retrieve their weapons. All of these leftover spears are a reminder of all the men and women who entered the fog to be tested and then never returned. The tests inside are not easy. At the heart of Rhuidean, there is a large tree, Avendesora, and there are 2
I want to watch the episode again.
I
want to watch it again right now.
The White Tower, the glass columns, and the 3 rings.
To get to a decision that they're looking for.
Bruh. And if bro is still supposed to get Excalibur, it's about to get lit. The season's about to get lit.
Let's discuss each of these one by one.
Oh, let's go, bro. I love Lauren.
I'll
yo.
discuss
Shout out
the
to Lauren,
specific
man.
details of Rand's
You are the
visions
exact
and
type
history
of
the Aiel
nerd
soon, but I think it's
that I
also
look
helpful to
for.
understand a brief history of Avendesora, or the Tree of Life. This timeline spans over 3,000 years,
Timeline!
with the Age of Legends on the left and the present time in the Third Age on the right. Keep in mind these events are
3,000
not
years? I
equally
had no
distanced
idea.
in time, and the Third Age started around here, after the breaking of the world. In the Age of Legends, these trees were plentiful. They were called Chora trees, and were literally a new life form, constructed in a lab with the One Power by researching Aes Sedai. Chora emit a feeling of peace and contentment to those who sit under here after the breaking of the world. In the Age of Legends, these trees were plentiful. They were called Chora trees and were literally a new life form, constructed in a lab with the One Power by researching Aes Sedai. Chora emit a feeling of peace and contentment to those who sit under their trefoil leaves. After the male half of the One Power was corrupted by the Dark One and the world began to break from the male channeler's madness, the Aiel were tasked with saving the remaining Chora. According to this vision from one of Rand's ancestors, the Aiel started with 10,000 wagons containing Chora tree saplings and likely many other important objects of the One Power, like this one, the Sakarnan, which I'll talk more about later. But keep in mind the Sakarnan is present at the center of this particular Chora tree at each of these key moments in time, right up until Moraine took it in this episode. As the world continued to break and the Aiel splintered into different groups over the course of many centuries, only one Chora tree was saved. Eventually, the Aiel settled in the waste and began building a great city called Rhuidean, where they planted the surviving sapling. It thrived and grew into Avendesora, the Tree of Life, and last of its kind. This tree of peace acts as a boon for those people who enter to face the trials, a calming presence to ease their anxieties before the tests, and it acts as a comfort to those who survive their tests and need to rest before leaving the city. We know Rand
Bruh. This is so much information.
and Moraine were in the city for 7 days, but Egwene mentioned that Aviendha returned 2 days ago. Since Rand talked to Aviendha after his test, this means he sat under the comfort of the Tree of Life for 2 full days before he and Moraine exited the city. One of the visions that Rand experienced in the book, which was skipped in the show, portrayed a time in Aiel history before they found their home in the waste somewhere around here, where a group of people shared water with the traveling Aiel. Those who showed kindness to the Aiel went on to form the city, which is now called Cairhien.
I want to
Eventually,
know
the
this.
Aiel went on to build Rhuidean and to plant the surviving Chora tree in the center of the city. Hundreds of years later, the Aiel gifted a sapling taken from Avendesora to the Cairhienan people as a way to pay their toll or obligation to the people who once shared their water freely with them. They also made a peace
What?
treaty with the people of Cairhien. For a time in the Third Age, there were 2 Chora trees, one in Rhuidean and one in Cairhien. Why am I bringing this up? Because Moraine mentioned that when she was growing up in Cairhien, she remembered a tree just like this one. Then she fills us in on an important part of Rand's history that isn't explained clearly in the visions. She said that her uncle Laemon, the king of Cairhien, cut down the Tree of Life in Cairhien just so that he could make himself a throne. The Aiel were so offended by Laemon's oath breaking, which they called Laemon's sin, that they crossed the spine of the world or dragon wall and began the Aiel
Is
war,
this where
burning
those
and sacking villages and cities
I don't
for
want to
2
say like
years
that, but
until
like
they found and killed
Game of
King
Thrones
Laemon.
trees,
They
are
called
those
the
similar
king
to
Tree
these?
Killer.
Like,
it turns out Rand's own father killed King Laemon on the slopes of Dragonmount, which is why the Aiel war ended just before Rand's birth. You might recall that Moraine Damodred is a lady from a fallen house. In season 2, she and her sister, Anver, discussed how their uncle ruined them. Anver spent the last 20 years trying to repair the damage that King Laemon Damodred had done to their family house. During this season 2 scene, there's even imagery of the Tree of Life, and the Damodred house crest includes a tree. Pretty neat. So, to put this all into perspective, this one tree had to survive 3,000 years of history through the breaking and the Aiel splintering to then be harvested for a sapling that was gifted to the people of Cairhien, which was eventually cut down hundreds of years later, prompting a war that ended on the slopes of Dragonmount where Rand's mother gave birth to him. The wheel truly does move as it wills.
Sometimes fate seems so strong.
That's awesome.
Sweeping us along against
That
our
is
control.
so freaking cool.
And sometimes it's as fragile as gossamer.
Want to know how I protected my team's focus?
Brother, oh my goodness. Lauren does so, I can't give enough flowers to Lauren, bro. He really be doing it with these breakdowns. Like, that is just so cool to even think about. The fact that and the house crest being the tree, bro. I love that. I love this show. I love
Men of the
I love
Aiel, who are
Time, bro.
approved by the Wise Ones to become clan chiefs, go to Rhuidean without weapons, through the fog, and into a forest of glass columns, where they see the history of the Aiel through the eyes of their ancestors. Each step forward into the glass columns is a step backwards in time, meaning their first vision comes from a more recent ancestor, their last vision comes from an ancestor who lived in the Age of Legends over 3,000 years ago. Sometimes only a generation passes between visions, and sometimes many generations.
Sometimes dozens of years, sometimes hundreds.
If they accept what they see inside and pass all the way through, a golden dragon tattoo appears on their left arm, as Rhuarc showed Rand. Rand also recognized this as the symbol of the people of the dragon, and Rhuarc confirmed it is a name the Aiel were once called. You may recall a prophecy from episode 1 that mentioned the people of the dragon. I talked about this extensively in my episode 1 breakdown if you'd like to learn more. Rhuarc says that the prophesied Kara Karn, also called He Who Comes with the Dawn, will be marked with 2 dragon tattoos to signal that he is the true prophesied chief of chiefs. I love the shot of the tattoos appearing on Rand's forearms after he passed the test. Also, did you notice that he arrived back at the camp from the city as the sun rose behind him, fulfilling the prophecy that he would come with the dawn? Not just the literal dawn, but the dawn of a new age for the Aiel. Let's unravel Rand's visions. This is the sequential order of his visions.
I love it. Let's go.
Right.
And we got 10 minutes left until the episode drops.
In the books, he experienced 9 visions. In the show, he experienced 6. Some elements from missing book visions were mixed into other visions or were reorganized for the show. I won't get too deep into the book version of the visions here, but I'll call out a few details as we go. I think it will be easier to tell this story chronologically, so let's reverse the order, showing his last vision first and his first vision last. These visions span over 3,000 or more years, with the Age of Legends on the left and present time on the right. Technically, the Third Age started around here. Again, keep in mind these visions are not equally distanced from each other. Sometimes hundreds of years pass between a vision, and sometimes the visions happen relatively close together in time. Though we saw Rand's face in each of these visions, Rand was experiencing actual events from his ancestors' lives. I've seen some confusion from non-book readers thinking that Rand was experiencing his own past lives. This is not the case. Reincarnation is a part of the Wheel of Time universe, but Rand's most recent past life or previous incarnation was Luz Theron Telamon, also called Luz Theron, who was the dragon during the Age of Legends over 3,000 years ago. These people from these visions were Rand's literal ancestors, not his previous incarnations. With that in mind, this first vision shows a distant ancestor named Charn during the Age of Legends, but we don't know exactly how many years or generations pass between this and the next vision. All we know is that this person, credited as Roderick, is a descendant of Charn. For you book readers, I know this is not where Roderick sits in the visions, but this is what they did for the show. It's likely that about 100 years or more pass between these two visions. In this vision, Jonai mentions his grandfather, who I'm assuming was Roderick. I've seen some trolls complaining that Roderick is portrayed as having a male partner, so how could he possibly be one of Rand's ancestors? Well, first of all, bisexual people exist, and second, gay people have children all of the time. If you're really upset by 3 seconds of 2 men holding hands in this episode, I've got news for you. Gay and bisexual and trans and so many lovely types of people have existed and will continue to exist. Don't let this scene stop you from enjoying the rest of this incredible episode, and consider being more open-minded about different people coexisting. That's literally a major theme of Wheel of Time. It's a great pattern, a beautiful tapestry of all kinds of different people woven together. Okay, off my soapbox. We also see Jonai's grandson, Auden, in this vision, and again as an old man in this vision, making Jonai Luwin's great-great-grandfather. We don't know how much time passed between Luwin and Mandine, but it was likely hundreds more years.
I was
maybe
gonna say
over 1,000 years.
I was gonna say maybe 1,000.
We don't know how many generations passed either, but we do know that Janduin is Rand's literal father. Let's go forward and back, starting with Charn in the Age of Legends. In the Age of Legends, the people spoke a language that is now called the Old Tongue. The Age of Legends was not only a time of great peace, but it was one of super advanced technology and research. This giant floating sphere was a research facility called the Sharome, where scientists and Aes Sedai discovered and developed all sorts of advancements with the help of the One Power. Remember this shot of the Age of Legends from season 1, showing flying vehicles and advanced buildings? We see more of that here. Rand's very distant ancestor.
I love the Wheel of Time.
Charn was not just Aiel, he was Daishan Aiel, which translates to those dedicated to peace. The term Aiel simply means dedicated. The Daishan Aiel followed the way of the leaf, but the world was so peaceful and innocent that it wasn't so much about non-violence, because very few people committed acts of violence back then. Instead, the way of the leaf was more about connection with the earth. The Aiel of the time could have easily used advanced technology or the help of Aes Sedai and the One Power to harvest the fields, and in the books they did. But here they're shown as humble people people who enjoy getting their hands dirty to harvest food. Charn says it feels good to feel the wheat growing in his hands and to feel the soil he tilled beneath his feet. They sing a beautiful song of harvest, which is likely the very song the Tuatha'an are searching for in the present age. It's not just a song of harvest, it's a song that represents peace and a world of progress without violence. Will it ever be possible for the Tuatha'an to find their song again or to live in a peaceful world? The Daishan Aiel made oaths dedicated to peace and to serve the Aes Sedai. Remember, Aes Sedai means servants of all, so the original Aiel were servants to the servants. Charn served Mierin Sedai, who you probably recognize as Lanfear.
Her?
Yes, before Lanfear swore her dark oaths, she was a research scientist, so essentially she was a nerd.
One of us. One of us.
Mierin and her team discovered a place in the pattern that's thinner than anywhere else, and they sensed what they thought was a power on the other side that could be used by anybody, not just Aes Sedai.
My
She believed
goodness.
they could punch through.
I want to watch. I'm
going
gonna watch this episode again.
Pattern to access
this
new
episode
power,
felt like
which
a
she
movie
called
to
the
me
true
when I was
power.
watching.
There's
it,
a
bro.
lot to unpack here. As a reminder, the pattern is woven by the Wheel of Time and makes up all of reality. Each thread in the pattern is a person, place, or thing. The entire universe, including other worlds and alternate realities, all exist within this great pattern. However, apparently there's something that exists outside of the pattern, outside of time, which Lanfear and researchers sensed through a thinness in the pattern. Another thing you need to understand is that the One Power is the force that drives the Wheel of Time. Though the show hasn't yet clearly explained this, in the Wheel of Time Origins animated short videos on Prime, they did teach that the One Power is divided into two equal but opposing halves, one that only women can access and channel, called Saidar, and one only for men, called Saidin. I have other videos that describe this all in greater detail, but Mierin thought this new power outside of the pattern could not only be used by men and women equally,
in my opinion,
but
she
even
thought
by
it was the
non-channelers
sliver
like
between
Charn.
yin
It turns
and
out that when
yang.
they
You know what
drilled
I'm
the hole
saying?
through the thinness in the pattern to access the true power, what they discovered
The
was
silver
something
lining,
terrible.
if
they
you
had
will.
inadvertently drilled a hole into the Dark One's prison, giving the Dark One access to the pattern and the world through what is now called the Bore. Access to the they had inadvertent weakness in the pattern to access the channelers, like Charn. It turns out that when they drilled the hole through the thinness in the pattern to access the true power, what they discovered was something terrible. They had inadvertently drilled a hole into the Dark One's prison, giving the Dark One access to the pattern and the world through what is now called the Bore.
Oh shit!
Let me go. You're thinking about going to therapy.
What? Okay. This is just too good. What?
Hey.
There were exactly 6 frames showing the Bore up close. It looks to me like the literal unraveling of the pattern, but also like broken glass. And it feels to me like this is our first look at the Dark One, but I'm not totally sure if that's what we're seeing. Either way, Mierin's experiment went horribly wrong, causing the shattering of the Sharome, and the Dark One's evil began to influence the world. This event became known as the Drilling of the Bore, and Rand's ancestor witnessed it. Between this vision and the next, many things happened over the course of between 100 to 400 years. The Dark One couldn't fully touch the world, only influence it through the Bore, but that was enough to end the utopian Age of Legends. Many powerful Aes Sedai, including Mierin, were recruited and became the Dark One's chosen. The world called them the Forsaken. There was a war of power where Luz Therin Telamon arose as the dragon and leader of the forces of the light, and for the most part he defeated the forces of the shadow. He trapped the Forsaken in seals of unbreakable Heartstone. I talk about the specifics of this history in some of my other videos, including my seasons 1 and 2 recaps. Due to some very poor choices and the fracturing of the Aes Sedai, the Dark One's prison was also sealed along with the Forsaken, but in that process, the male half of the One Power was corrupted, causing all men who channel it to go mad and kill their loved ones and to break the world. You'll notice in this vision that the world is in complete upheaval in the background. This is likely a direct effect of the male channelers going mad and wreaking havoc. During this time of madness and upheaval, the remaining female Aes Sedai, led by Latra Posé de Sume, tasked the remaining Aiel to preserve the Chora tree saplings and other important objects of the One Power. Specifically in the show, they gave the Sakarnan, a very powerful sangreal for women, to Rand's ancestor Rodrik. Rodrik and the remaining Aiel swore an oath to the Aes Sedai that not just them, but also their descendants would keep the Way of the Leaf, and that they would protect the wagons and objects inside of them. I personally believe the task of protecting the Chora and One Power objects was secondary to the Aes Sedai trying to send the Aiel away to safety, hoping to also preserve the innocent Aiel who had served them for centuries. In the next vision, we
I
see
hear
an
you,
old
but
man
they straight
named
up call
Jonai
him
who
oath
talked of his
workers.
grandfather, probably Roderick. At this point, the Aiel had changed a lot, looking less
You know
like
what I'm saying?
workers and more like the Tuatha or Tinkers, wearing bright colors and having less sturdy wagons made of wood. They mentioned that the last male channeler has finally been killed by the Aes Sedai, and the earth has begun to settle. But living a pacifist ideology in a world of violence
like
is
they
not
reversed.
easy. This wagon train has been burned. There are arrows sticking in the wagons and dead bodies everywhere. The wandering Aiel are often prey for bandits, and so Jonai believes they must find a place of safety far to the east to avoid more death. He even mentions that his daughter had dreams that they would cross the spine of the world to find a place of safety in the desert where they could build their own city. But the other Aiel are tired of constantly being attacked and long to find the Song of Harvest. They abandon their oaths to watch over the items in the wagons, but they continue to follow their own version of the Way of the Leaf, and they keep moving to stay safe. This vision shows the beginning of the Tuatha and their separation from the Aiel. Jonai buries his daughter, Audin's mother, under rocks. Likely a tradition started because they had to always keep moving to stay safe, didn't have the luxury of digging graves. Did you notice in the previous episode, this is how Rhuarc buried the dead Tuatha? I love the idea that he kept this tradition alive, even centuries later. At this point, only Jonai and his grandson Audin remained, but they truly lived up to the meaning of Aiel, so dedicated that even if there is only one Chora tree sapling remaining, they will literally pull the wagons by hand if needed to fulfill their oaths to the Aes Sedai, even if they don't fully remember or understand why they made those oaths in the first place. In the next vision, we meet Lewin and his two friends, Elijah and Charlin, who look very similar to Matt and Perrin. I love this meme shared by the Dusty Will comparing these three to hobbits, Rando, Perringrin, and Matriarch. They do look like they've been smoking a bit of the Chora tree leaves, don't they? Lewin's grandfather is Audin, the little boy from the previous
even said
vision.
you're high or
Apparently,
you're
Jonai
even
and
smoking
Audin
too
managed
much.
to recruit more people to their cause and have continued to protect the remaining Chora tree sapling and the Sakarnan. Did you notice that with each new vision, the Aiel changed slightly, but Audin still has a hint of a rat tail, which was also seen in the previous visions on Jonai, Roderick, and Charn. The Aiel are still wandering along the rigid spine of the world, ever closer to the Aiel waste, but still not safe. They wear dust veils to hide their faces
Cooks are
from
in the
desert
kitchen.
wind. Lewin and Elijah's sisters were taken by bandits, so they run off to try and free them. Lewin's friends mentioned they should cover their faces with their dust veils.
Yo, shout out to Lauren for that beautiful video, man. I'm gonna watch all the videos that he's done on that because that is actually gas, yo. Episode 5 is officially up right now. Chat, this is not a drill. I am so excited. I hope you guys are excited too. We are about to check out Season 3, Episode 5 of The Wheel of Time, and this episode is titled Teleran Riod, and I am hoping that this episode is everything. Last week's episode was a banger. This week's episode is 1 minute longer, so I'm pretty sure we are in for some insanity. I'm ready for it, and I hope you guys are too. On 3, we will press play and enjoy this episode together. All right? On 3. 1, 2, 3. Man, let's go. I'm excited. Nah. I am so excited.
We're going to Tanchico tonight.
Oh, that's right.
My visions, and I chose you instead.
Don't prick like him.
Mum? White Cloaks. They arrested Natty Cawthon and her girls.
Perrin Abara murdered your father in cold blood. Previously on.
We've lost a few wardens.
Oh.
When one of 3 departs, who owns that grief?
No.
Who owns that grief? I keep dreaming about this woman who hurt me.
Then this woman in your dream is alive.
There's a way I could escape my dark.
I am so excited.
Curse me now. I will.
Bruh. This is about to be absolute gas. Where is... Oh. Oh my... Yo! Oh my god! Look at her. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. This is amazing. Everything. Time. Sorry. Yo, I am ecstatic, chat. Let's go. Let's go. Night night, Marisu. Nah, you didn't lose sound. We will get absolutely banned by YouTube if I pull up with sound and everything right now, so I just can't do that. Sorry. I'm so excited, you guys. I'm gonna be honest. I wasn't this hype when my guy Paul Atreides started taking over Dune. I'm giddy. I can't lie. Look at this. Oh my. Oh. Hey, I see you, my boy. Ah. Oh. Ooh. Who the hell is this? Where the hell are we? What the hell is that? Was it what? Oh, okay. Ooh. Not the Jailhouse Rock. Oh, that's where she keeps Moiraine's letters. Oh shit, she taught her, and now she's OG. Ah! Oh shit. Here we go. Oh, oh, oh. Oh shit. We know about each other. Hey, why Elida come in on Demon Time? Yo, y'all ain't tell me that Elida was on Demon Time like that, bro. She called her river trash. Oh my goodness, the audacity. How dare you? Who the hell you think you are, lady? I don't give a shit if I was barefoot, butt naked, blindfolded, and bald headed. How dare you? Oh, nah. Oh, no. I forgot her sister. Oh, that was so sad. It's her sister. And you saying all of this in front of the sister that you think is like she got like what? Why are you saying all of this? And then she immediately starts mumbling. I don't know, man. I don't trust it. I love them. I'm so happy we get more of them. I'm happy that I don't know if this is in the book or anything, but I'm just happy that this is getting some love because I like their characters a lot. Were they running while bro was on a horse? Or oh, she's on a. They were just running beside a horse? It's crazy. Wait, do they do that in the book? I think they do that in book 3. And he has the dopest name ever. Hey, what's happening? Everybody getting fed in this. Hey, we getting freaking nasty. Is that a damn bug? What, the Timon and Pumbaa? There's so much sexual tension in this dinner circle. Bro. Oh, shit. Chat, what's about to happen? Are we going... I don't even know what to think anymore. I have so many questions. I don't think I knew that. She said, whoa, wait. What the? I love that. Oh, man. That was sexy. And I don't mean that in like a sexual way. Like, oh, that was fire. That was, bruh, whoa. My brain just went 10 times over. Ah. Oh, shit. They was like, no, we didn't mean right now. Bro. Egwene's fits have just been look at her, bro. Oh my goodness, that fit is insane that she has on. The swag is impeccable. What, the lost children? Oh, I knew it was her. God damn you, Lanfear. The damn Forsaken, baby. Time to go. It's time to go. We need to get the hell up out of here. What's up, chat? How's everybody feeling? One in the chat if you're liking this episode so far. Two in the chat if you're not. And look who it is. Oh! The finesse is insane. That was wild. Oh my god. Bro. Ha! Oh, okay. Are we blending all this together? Cool, cool. Well, we better be getting Matt's damn luck, okay? Man, they're probably not gonna do it because people are. That was nasty. Mm. More lore! Let's go! Aniska Niska Darwin! Damn, not we he's transitioned from Matt to his sisters and stuff locked up. Why you look at him like that? That was crazy. Bro gave him the nastiest up and down look ever. Who the shit just channeled? I did not expect that at all. Ah, shit. That's all this motherfucker been waiting for. Bro, getting horny. Oh, my God. God damn it. Here we go. He gotta die.
Mustache, baby, underneath the nose.
She's so tiny. Oh. That's very true. She said that shit 3 times, and she meant it every single time she said it. Hell yeah, we do. They all from here. Let's go. So we here to turn up the 2 rivers? Yo. You're gonna die, buddy. She gonna take that bond. Nope. Yep. I knew that was coming. Maybe not the best thing to do to go into right before a battle with white cloaks, but hey. Damn. Why it seem like, bro, walk through the veil? What the hell? Oh shit. Wrong button. Hmm. What the shit? Oh my. Damn, bro. Is she drawing those red arches? We still got depressed Matt. I mean, that's cool. I just thought, you know what I'm saying. Yo, welcome to the Super Fam, Kari. I appreciate you. What the shit? Ooh. Hello. What's happening? Is that why she's sick? Yeah, for real. Holy hell. We're doing some crazy world building right now. She right. I mean, damn, I guess that's true too. Hell no. She was literally working with Ishi. I just realized we haven't found out that Min is working with Ishi in the books yet, in book 3. Dear God. Bro, look like him. Yo, Marsu, you still awake? Moiraine saw millions of variations of the last battle like Doctor Strange. Is Moiraine right? Either she or Rand dies, or are they gonna find the one future where they both live and win? Oh, absolutely cooking. Did someone just walk past? Oh, shit! They set her ass up and she almost died. Oh, that's sexy. This is a sexy ass episode. Look at parents, big ass trying to sneak around. What the hell are they doing in that tent? What the shit was that?
Mustache, baby, underneath the nose.
Damn, did they kill the mom? Hey, that would be my first question too. Oh. Ooh, Lord. Ugh. Nah, bro, they all die tonight. What? What's up? Damn! Yeah, bro, it's up. Let's go for Aiel! Oh! Oh! Oh my god! My boy Maximus! Bro, it's hard as hell to throw a sword. I've tried. Hell yeah! Hell yeah! Damn, they got their asses whooped just now. He said, I felt every one of them arrows. What the hell do you mean? How did I find you? Yo, what's up with the KP? Top of the morning to you, fam. Just waking up. Hope to see you the reaction later. Yeah, you gonna see it for sure, man. This is crazy. Stalker? Look at that woman. Ah! Oh. Everybody's so horny in this episode, bro. She just almost killed Egwene yesterday. Uh-oh. Damn. This is so dangerous. Are we really doing this? Do you know that the Forsaken tried to kill me the last time I was in Teleramio? Because I don't know if you'd be asking me this if you knew that I almost died yesterday. Maybe you would. You're Moiraine. That's a Moiraine thing to do. No, yeah, she definitely would. I wish I could go to sleep like this. My life would be amazing if I could just... This seems like the most dangerous thing that they could do right now. Ruh-roh. Let's go, Eggy. Eggy go crazy. She's like, what the shit? Are you here? On your knees. I die, and Rand's the dragon. I found him. These are some beautiful women. All the way around. Just hello. Your room looks hella cool. Hey, I appreciate you, Adivaya. Adavaya? I hope I'm saying that right. I told y'all, horny ass episode. Damn. Damn. This is amazing. This show is just crazy. Damn. Oh shit. She about to go into Rand's dream, and he about to be knocking Lanfear down. Straight thrusting in Dreamland. You just know Rand is giving out dream pumps right now. Oh. Oh, bruh. Damn. My stomach is churning for her about to see what. Oh. Aiel. Uh-oh. Yep. Dream pumps. Oh. Yo, what a episode. That was a good episode, yo. Yo. Oh. Wait, this music is actually slapping. Okay. I like this song. Okay. Oh. Ooh. Oh yeah. Yo. That was awesome. That was awesome. That was super dope. I love that song at the end. I love that episode, yo. That was a good one. I didn't, bruh. What a banger, yo. They are not playing right now. They're literally going crazy. This is fantastic. I love it. I love this show so much. And this was really such a good episode. Oh, man. Okay. I'm going to try not to yawn too much more so we can get this, because we're almost done. But that was an awesome episode, chat. Yeah, that was a great episode of the Wheel of Time right there, yo. Yo, Lanfear is a menace for just staring at her like that. Lanfear is a menace, bro. Like, no matter what anyone says, bro, like, she's Evie. Like, bro, what? You just gonna look at this woman while you about to get the down and dirty? Like, come on, son, what are we doing here? I don't know what Rand is thinking, but bro is going, like, I don't know, bro. This is crazy. He's like, yeah, baby, I'm not only the dragon, but I'm also the Karan, and now I'm about to smash the Forsaken, baby. Like, what? What, bro? You know that she's the one that let the... Bro, what? Like, all of that is so wild, bro. I don't know what type of decisions Rand is making right now, but he ain't thinking with this head. I'll tell you that much. Like, wow. Just a banger episode, chat. I'm not gonna lie. That was just a banger episode right there. I love that. Let me know what you guys felt about season 3, episode 5 of The Wheel of Time in the comment section down below. Did you like it? Did you love it? Are you not sure how to feel? Let me know how you feel, because I know that it's real. Okay, let me know that it's real. Okay. Okay, I understand. My bad. I got a little confused there. But here we go. I understand. I understand it now. We just got done watching episode 6. Wow. I can't believe I fumbled that like that. This is not episode 6. Here we go. Excuse me. The way that they were just going all the way balls to the wall from the start. It had me in disbelief, to be completely honest with you. I did not know that that is what was going to be going down in this episode. I knew that we were going to be hitting off to a good start, especially with the title being Teleranriod, but man, did they deliver above that even more, right? It's like above and beyond that they've gone, and I can't even begin to explain how excited I am about that. This was such a great way to portray every aspect of all of these characters that we got to see here. Whether that be Lan and Moiraine, whether that be Rand and Egwene, all of these characters, even the new ones that we've been introduced to in the Aiel Waste, all had ample time to show who they are, and we actually got to spend a good amount with each of those characters, and I like the different pairs that we got to deal with these characters in as well. Just does a lot to build all of these connections and dynamics with each other. We start this episode off with Avienda, like, still on that BS, of course, and everyone else, but I just love the way that we are able to see her character. I don't want to say full-blown change, but we do see her change a little bit within this episode, right? She does get a little bit more calm about things, I guess, towards the end. And I think there's a lot of growth for everyone that we get to, like I said, that we get to see. Even, I don't. Okay. That was crazy. But it does make me very excited, as I was saying. It makes me very excited to see everybody here, man. And of course, let me see. Hold on. Let me see something real quick. Boom. There we go. All right. We get some more world building for the Aiel, and see how their dynamic works, how they love and how they work with each other. And from the jump, I was like, oh, this is about to be a horny episode, and a horny episode it indeed was for the rest of this thing. I'm not gonna lie, it was crazy how everyone that we met, all the different characters were so. Yeah, everyone was just ready to make shit happen today, okay? I was like, wow, that's insane. But on a completely different note, back to like the world building and the lore, even the way that the Aiels kind of work together, it was so dope. And I love the connection that we immediately create between Rand and this little girl. Like, they are immediately connected. He shows her. I love the way he kind of slowly reveals the dragon on both of his arms and how she's just so amazed by it. Like, that is freaking cool, man. That is so cool. And he's like, I am the Carcar. And she's like, oh my God. And he's like, like, I like that. It's a good vibes all around for them. And I'm interested in seeing how the rest of the Aiel will adapt or not adapt to whether they will accept Rand as the Caracarn or not. I think all of those connections are going to be very interesting to continue to see as we continue to go down the story. Another thing that I was absolutely not ready for was Elida, yo. Elida was on full-blown demon time. I could not believe it. I literally could not believe the way that she was cooking the Amerlin seat. Like, that was crazy, man. Especially because we've not seen anyone talk to the Amerlin seat that way at all up until this point. Nobody has been able, nobody has talked to her like that. behind, like, of course, probably behind her back, but no one has had the balls to do something like that to her face. And the way that she even just let it roll off of her shoulders was crazy. But that's what happens when you deal with someone that is, you know, older than you and was around when you pulled up. They know all of who you were before, and they're like, people don't change. You know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying. And she definitely comes through with that old school vibe of, you're still that snot-nosed kid that da-da-da-da-da-da. In a lot of ways, she's right, but that's not what we're talking about right now. I did not expect for her to be on Demon Time. You guys have kind of talked about Elida here and there, even in the books. You guys have talked about her. You guys definitely were talking about how excited you were to see. Damn, no way I wasn't recording that whole time. Oh, this is doing me so dirty tonight, chat. Y'all don't even know how dirty I'm getting done. Damn, that's unfortunate. To see how they just get down, and yeah, man, this was a good episode. I'm kind of bummed that I wasn't recording that whole time. Like, yeah, I kind of fumbled that there, but bruh, this shit gotta get. It's been a long day, chat. It's been a long day. Yeah. I just was not ready to see Elida on Demon Time like that. You guys have talked a lot about Elida and her character, and it was just really cool to see her be here and be straight up tripping and come through with that old school vibe of knowing a lot of who she is, and you know, just her coming through like this. I wasn't ready, bro. And she came through talking her hot shit, like talking her hot shit, and even the Amerlin seat was like, damn, why are you cooking me like this? You know what I mean? Like, I know she'd probably say something like, yo, I'm getting cooked like a catfish on a summer day. You know what I mean? Like, 'cause damn, she I think it was absolutely no reason for her to just go at the Amerlin seat the way she did. But I love the intensity of her character. I love how powerful she is and how she demands, not commands, right? I love when that we have those characters that are demanding instead of commanding, because there is a very big difference between demanding respect and commanding respect, right? Those are things that are just they yeah, there's a difference between those things, and I think it's nice to see those differences between Elida and the Amerlin seat in this situation, right? We see the way that they kind of go back and forth with each other. We see the way that they look at each other, the mannerisms, the little things that they talk about, the subtleties that they drop, the hints that they say to let them know that I know a little bit something that you don't think I should know, but I do know it. Yeah, I love that. All of that is just well and dandy, bro. uh Oh, and then we also see, you know, the Aiel and Fael running back into the Two Rivers place to let them know what's been going on. And man, Fael is like, I love her character so far. I don't know where we go with her. We obviously are changing how things are with her and Perrin, and like there's a lot of interesting things that are being changed here from the book, and I don't know how to feel about that, but you know, it is what it is. And I'm excited to see where that can go. You know what I mean? Because I think it can go a lot of places. Yo, no way. It's Matt's dagger, yo. Yo, what's up with it, Matt? Man, I've been talking about you definitely. That's crazy. I hope you're doing good, bro. I hope you enjoyed that episode, and I hope you've been well. Cause I ain't gonna lie, I'm a little worried about you out here. You feel me? But glad to see you back, brother. Glad to see you back, and I'm happy that you enjoyed this episode, yo. Excuse me. I also like the the little moment that we get to see between Avienda and Rand here, and the way she kind of looks at him and gives him that that smirkish look, like, oh, he's a good dude, or whatever. He might be nice or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Like, I like that we see that. She even talks about how wetlanders don't share their mates and all these other things, you feel me? And she's like, oh, that's too bad for Egwene. Like, yo, which is crazy because then, a little bit foreshadowing of what happens later on between him and Lanfear there. So I like that, I like that. I like that a lot. It was also nice to be able to get that moment between Lan and the other Valkyrie that is in the Aiel Waste, right? Later on in the episode, she also gives him some not pointers, but like tells him about his lands, and they're able to share this moment as being from the same lands. And Moiraine kind of notices that moment is happening. She knows that she's seen the visions and all these other things, so she kind of is trying to disassociate from what's happening here and kind of, I don't want to say disconnect from Lan and in so many words, but she's at least trying to make sure that Lan gets that little bit of other side of him. She's always thinking about everyone and everything as well, so it's like, hey, he doesn't know anything about his homeland. Let him go ahead and talk to her. Like, she always has that den mother energy. And that's something that I like to see. And Rand notices it. Everyone notices that something's off with her. We all know that. We all know what it is. And that was awesome. That was cool. Another highlight for me, Eggie. Eggie is a highlight for me, chat. Love her character. The swag has been swaggerific lately for her as well. They've been having her drip dropped in sauce. I love the little arc that she's on with figuring out Tel'aran'rhiod with Melaine and Bear. I just didn't think any of these things were going to become so much of a impactful. So I did not know so many things were going to become so impactful, but they all have. I am iffy about the whole Tel'aran'rhiod thing that we're doing right now within the show. But that's more book brain for me, especially because I literally just came off of reading that book, like, you know what I mean, book 3, where she's learning how to travel Tel'aran'rhiod, and she does it because of the Sa'angreal and all these other things that are happening. So it's very different from that, obviously, but I like the change, and I don't know enough about what's going on, after book 3 to dislike it. I think might be the thing, right? Is like, I don't know enough to know where the hell this is going or what they're combining and how they're combining it. But it was nice to see, Egwene go through these things and kind of have a similar vibe of what she was doing with the Hunters 3 when she was still in the White Tower. Her not being in the White Tower is a huge, like, there are so many huge things that are changed as well. So it makes me just kind of go crazy just a little bit, because it's like, I'll get to it when we get to that point. But I love the way that Egwene and Nynaeve are always so strong that they just do stuff, like whether they realize it or not, they just do it. Right when we see, when we see the Aiel talking, well, the wise ones talking to Egwene about, how things happen in Tel'aran'rhiod and all these other things, and she gets scared and it changes her fit into this new one. Oh my God, that has to be, bruh. That shit was so sexy. Like, and again, I don't mean like sexy in a sexy way. I mean, that visual effects, the VFX on that, oh my God, bro. Oh my God, bro. Like, I go crazy for sound effects and really good VFX like that. Like, that shit looked awesome. And then the way she starts, like, shifting through all the different drinks, oh man, that shit was beautiful. Oh, brother, that was beautiful. But yeah, I'm here for all of that. I love the little training montage that we get. and like, look at this. Look at that shift. Oh, yo, it almost feels like Mystique when she transforms into another person. And you know how her body does that whole like shift thing, and it's a little creepy. It's like that, but like with reality and fabric and clothes. It's like, yeah, give me that's freaking dope as hell. Like yes, I need more power. But yeah, just was not ready. But as soon as they start telling her about stuff, she does it. She's like, okay, whoop, I'm out of here. And they're like, oh, hell no. And I'm immediately like, oh no, Egwene, you have no idea what you've done. Poor child. Like, you are about to get murdered. And the way that we're like, Lanfear is just on crazy demon time. You know what I mean? Like straight demon time, yo. Look like bro, like she is so why is she tormenting Egwene like this? I mean, we know why, but it's just crazy, bro. It's crazy the way that Lanfear is wasting no time with anyone, anywhere, or anything. But this is where she also finds out, you know, that this is where Egwene finds out that the person that has been haunting her in her dreams is, in fact, one of the Forsaken. Well, really, she finds out later when she sees her, you know, straight reverse cowgirling it on, you know, Rand. And also... but after this, we get like kind of I think one of our first conversations or dealing with the White Aja. I don't think we've seen too much of the White Aja in the show so far. I feel like they've kind of been in the background, but we finally do get a good, a good conversation, a good discussion with the White Aja, getting a little bit of lore behind those characters as well, getting a little bit more understanding of how they interact with each other, and we find out that the White Aja are basically the logic-based Aja of everything that's going on. You know, they're the ones that are coming through and not explaining things, but you know that the logic and reason. That's all it. You know, it's all about logic and reason for them. So they're like, if there's a logical reason to go against the Amerlin seat, then you got us. But if it ain't logical, you ain't got us. And you can't help but like that type of energy. And then as they're discussing things, I thought it was mad weird when watching it, but you can see the way they're kind of creeping in the background. Right? They're straight creeping, waiting to be seen, right? That's, as we know now, they're waiting to be seen, hoping to get, you know, caught. And I like that, such a like really subtle, a good subtle way to to finesse her. Because I definitely was like, oh snap, they're talking in front of the sister earlier. And I was like, this isn't good. She might spill the beans unknowingly or any of that, but not. That's not it at all. This is all part of the master plan from Varen. You know, Varen is using her sister for sure, in a crazy way. Varen is using her sister because she knows that Elida is going to try to use her sister. Like, whoa, the finesse. The way that everyone is always playing chess, not checkers with each other. I love those inner tower politics that continue to go on. It works for me very well. I'm happy that we get to see the Accepted kind of still be here and there in the halls and all these other things. It just, all of it is going, it just works for me, man. It just all works for me. And of course, Varen, we don't know. I just never know if we can trust Varen or not. I don't know if she is, I just don't know. You know what I mean? I feel like I can't get a beat on her. Whoa, that sounds wild. But I feel like I just don't know what be going on there. But I would like to, you know? I hope we get more on Varen too, because again, she's just such a good character. All these characters are so dope. I couldn't believe that they were gonna set her up. I couldn't believe they were gonna set her up like that. I knew Elida was on Demon Time. I kind of thought she was Black Aja, but I also just thought that she was she was just an Aes Sedai. And that kind of is what it comes to be, is that she's just an Aes Sedai. Matt finds out that Min is here. Not gonna lie, yo. I am not the happiest camper about where Matt has gone in this season so far. Like, I don't know, man. I guess I was hoping for a little more from him. I kind of wish I hadn't read book 3 in a way, just because it has messed me up a little bit. Like, it has messed me up with watching the show, and it's changed my perception of how I've been able to like appreciate this season with little things like that. Like Matt's luck. I want to see that happen. Like, I want to see Matt not being this version of his character right now. Like, he's like still that. I don't know, man. I just feel I'm not happy with it. So I need a little bit more I need them to do something with Matt for sure. Like, especially if, like, I need is Tom, what is bro's name? Tom? Is Tom coming back? Like, we need him to come, bro. We need something to happen here. Like, Matt needs something to occur because he's still the same. Like, I need the development. You know what I mean? Like, I need the development for sure. You know what I'm saying? Like, where is the development for these characters? Like, for this character right now, bro. Like, he's still on the same hype, low-key. And I don't want that. I don't want him to be on the same hype. I need him to be different. It was fine last season. I was cool with it. I need him to change now. He was so badass throughout the entire, like, he was so badass he was so badass. So I need my guy Matt to pull up. I need him to pull up. We only have like 4 more episodes. So we are halfway through the season at this point. So I need more. I need more. Matt and Min, yo, they have been absolutely hornswoggled. I'm not gonna lie, bro. Matt and Min, they gotta, like, bruh. I love their characters so much more in the books. I love their characters so much more in the books, bro. Yo, like, yeah. So I don't know that, like, I don't know where we go with this character at all. And then his mom just died too. Like, bro, what are they doing to Matt? Like, god damn. Bro, we need what, like, come on, man. Bruh, I don't know, man. I don't know where Matt goes from here, bro. I don't know if his character goes the upwards direction after his mom dies, Like, bro, I feel like he's just gonna be even more, like, depressed about things. And I'm not, I mean, hey, it is what it is. But yeah, man, it's so sad that the White Cloaks are just evil. Like, straight evil, bro. Child Valdar is like, bruh, let me do it, please, man. Like, he's like, please. Like, look at him. Look at that smile on his face. Look at how happy he is to do something. Like, bruh, I can't stand it. I need him out of there. I need him out of there. I need someone to whoop his ass. You know what I'm saying? But Dane tries very hard to stop him from questioning anyone there. And unfortunately, I don't know what daughter did it. I don't know who did it, but someone just pulled up with the one power and hit him with the one power quick, fast, and in a hurry. And from that point on, I was like, uh-oh. Even they knew it was about to be bad. And Child Valdar, man, he again, my guy was just waiting for his moment. Literally just waiting for his moment. And his moment came indeed. After this, we have a little dispute between Maxim and Alana about how things are going to go down. Maxim is obviously still completely distraught over the loss of his love. Alana is like, bruh, you're tweaking. You talking about love and we in the middle of war, my guy. I'm gonna need you to lock in. And I understand both of their points. I understand both of their points for sure. Again, I like seeing Lan and Melindra. Lan and Melindra, their discussions and stuff always work for me. It just works for me. I think they have a really good and weird chemistry together. Like they have a good weird chemistry. You know what I mean? To where it's like, I don't know if this is a maternal type of thing that she's giving him, or if this is gonna be like, oh, I'm about to jump your bones, or if it's like, I just want to teach you about where we're from, or if it's like a combination of all three, you know? And I mean, my boy is locked in with Moiraine, so he obviously got a cougar complex, you feel me? But yeah. Yeah. Don't know where we go from there. It's kind of wild when you think about how eager Rand was to be like, all right, yeah, don't sleep in here. You need to go with them and train. Because my boy was trying to meet up with Lanfear. Like, that was a plan. He plotted that out. He was like, oh, I'm about to get me some free time to go with my honey. You feel me? With my dream honey. I couldn't believe it. I can't believe it. Bro's already making bad decisions. He's become the dragon in the Carcon, and now it's all going to his head, and he thinks he can do whatever the hell he wants to. Can he? Who knows? We might find out on the next episode of Dragon Ball Z. But yeah, that's just sad. I kind of felt, I 100% felt bad for Egwene, even though she was, invading everyone's privacy. Especially because I don't think anyone could see her in their dreams. So that was pretty iffy there. But as we move on some more, Moiraine finally tells Lan everything that's going on, right? She tells him about how everything she saw is she has to die in order for Rand to live. And not only that, but, it's just about to get spicy up in this G thing. It's just about to get spicy. The last battle has to be won in order for these things these things need to happen in this way or it's over, bro. Like, it's over. And it's so refreshing to have this mentor character that is willing to do anything for the greater good. I feel like so often these characters that are willing to do anything for the greater good, like that's like their thing, they usually always end up not doing the thing, right? Like Doctor Strange, for instance, right? He's like, yo, I will sacrifice you guys before I let the time stone get in Thanos' hands. And then he does the exact opposite of it, right? That's usually how the arc for those type of characters go. I don't know if that's going to happen for Moiraine. I feel like Moiraine is like, bruh, I saw the wheel turning. I die. So I'm going to live every moment like I'm about to die, because it could happen at any time and I don't know when. So we about to make shit happen from here on out. And a man at a time is dangerous. So a Aes Sedai at a time has to be the most terrifying thing that you could come across, right? Like, I think that could be the most terrifying thing that could be for anybody, including, like, the Forsaken. And she got that Sangreal that's maximizing her power 30-fold. Like, bruh, it's about to go down, bro. It's about to go down. And I'm so excited to see where we go next from here. And it was nice to see them have a normal moment, I guess, right? I don't think we've seen them have a normal moment at all. And it was nice to even see Rosamund Pike being able to, you know, kind of go into a different side of her bag that she's been doing for Moiraine so far. Like, Moiraine's been a very specific type of character. So to see her here having a good time with her warder and laughing and they're drinking and they're sharing, you know, just a moment of good time, of good tidings. Like, I just like that, bro. I think it's really nice, especially when you have that, you know, that woman at a time thing hanging over her head as well. And you know that it is, especially with all the things going on within this universe right now. So W shit going on there for sure. Mari Sue, you had said earlier that a lot of the Jin Pop is having issues with understanding how the magic system works. Weaving wind into the, like, bro, this is beautiful. This is beautiful. It's crazy. Yeah, this is crazy. Bro. It's crazy the things that I do that be connected to other things that I don't even know anything about, right? Like, it's crazy. I love the way that these weaves give off the what are the lights called? The I almost said Ouroboros. That's the snake. The lights in Alaska. I don't know why that name is eluding me, but the lights in Alaska. You know what I'm saying? It gives off that vibe, and I like that. Aurora. Yeah, I'm talking about some Ouroboros. Or the Aurora lights. The Auroran lights. I like, it gives off that vibes. And Borealis. Borealis. There we go. Talking about some Ouroboros. Talking about some Ouroboros. I'm tweaking. But yeah, I like that, and I like how they were like, you see why y'all can't come up here when we be sailing, cause y'all be tripping. I truthfully hope with all of my heart of hearts that this moment does not mean that we don't get to see. I swear, if this means that we don't get to see Matt take out the bad dudes in the ship, I will be a little triggered by that. I'm not going to lie to you. If we don't get to see Matt be a badass and start whooping some ass, I'm going to feel some type of way, okay? That's all I'm going to say is I'm going to feel some type of way. I love Matt in Book 3, The Dragon Reborn. I absolutely love his character, and I love Perrin's character as well. We're not talking about Perrin yet. I think Perrin's character is going on a good trajectory of the same thing that kind of happened with him in the book, just in a different way. But this, I don't feel like that at all. I feel like Matt is completely different. I don't feel like he's going on the same journey. I don't feel like the same things are going to happen in his journey either. And that has me a little nervous because I have a lot of cards invested into my guy Matt and Perrin. But Matt, for real, like, I really like the actor that Matt has now. I like the actor before. I like his character arc in that first season. I liked it in the second season. I'm getting lost a little bit in the third. But I understand they probably didn't want to convolute the magic system even more with adding his luck into it, while they're also introducing that there's all these other magic systems, which is an interesting thing to introduce before we see these other magic systems. I don't know, man. I don't know. But again, I haven't read book 4, so I don't know how a lot of these things are manifesting differently or whatever you want to say. I just know that I need something to happen with my boy Matt fast. I see you guys saying in the next episode, that's when we're going to see something happen with Matt. And I truly hope that you're correct about that, because I need it. Like, I needed it episodes ago, to be honest. Like, once we saw Matt whoop bro's ass by himself, no one else there in front of anyone or nothing, I was like, oh, they're taking it. Oh, they're not about to make him a lucky guy yet, right? Like, they tapped in with it there, but they really are tying his luck more to the, I mean, it might already be tied to the horn, but, you know, they're tying it more to that, to where he's speaking in the old tongue, and I don't know if he was doing that in the book. I can't remember. It's just there's some interesting differences there. So I really want my boy Matt to shine, man. Like, it's just, Matt went too hard in book 3 for this to be what is going on with him. You know what I'm saying? Like, he went way too hard in book 3. Way too hard. Bro went crazy in book 3. So, yeah. That's just how I feel about that. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I loved his character. Elida took the bait. It was crazy to see her take the bait, and how terrified they were immediately. They were like, "Oh shit, she gonna kill us," you know. I love. He's like, "Bro, I'm not going out. I don't care what you say." Amiko and Joya were like, "Bro, I don't care what's happening." Joya was talking that hot shit, like she was looking at her talking that hot mess. Amiko was talking that hot mess, like, "Girl, you think I'm worried about you? I ain't worried about you. You ain't gonna do nothing." She's like, "Yeah, you're right. Off with your head." This is one hell of a reaction to have, right? Like, I don't know what other reaction you can have to seeing some shit like that go down right in front of you. Like, oh, shit. She said, "Bro, I am not Swan Son Sean. All right? You better do what I say before I cut your head off, too." And I love it. I also like her, like, torture weaves and the way she's, like, connecting it to her neck and then, like, having it attached to different pieces of the wall and things around her to jerk her around and then pull her to the ground. Like, all of those things are just working for me very well. All of it worked really, really well. I love that, baby. I love it. 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 And then it was really funny when Swan Chan saves her and she's like, yo, people were so surprised about being, like, bamboozled and just, I love the look on people's faces when they realize that they ain't on top of everything like they thought they were. I love that look of realization. Like, oh, I got absolutely finessed. Absolutely finessed. As we go back to the white cloaks, as we go back to the white cloak encampment, it's, oh man, Perrin finds out that they done murdered his wolf brothers, and he is not happy about it one bit. He is just not happy about it. And I love the way that Aiel is kind of like being an angel on his shoulder, I guess you can say, or something like that, you know? And she's like, "Come on, we gotta go. This is what's happening here." Yada, yada, yada. Again, interesting changes for the character, but still. As Perrin goes to save Matt's sisters, they immediately are talking about, "Yo, your eyes, my guy. What's going on here, you know? What's happening here?" And then bro finds, and then he finds what they done did to Matt's mom. And they done burned this woman at the stake like a damn witch. Who'd have thunk that when we found out that this is what they do, it was going to be foreshadowing for Matt's mom? And then you can like hear her flesh like sizzling and the blood dripping from her mouth. Like, oh, bro. I think this is where we see, well, we might see parents start embracing that axe a little bit more, or I don't know. Where is the axe and hammer dreams? Matter of fact, sorry, I don't know where that came from. That was crazy. But Alana quickly think to her at all. To be honest with you, I thought she was going to immediately kill them all and hit them with like a brain tap. You know what I mean? Take all the weaves and just and then just, but I don't think they're supposed to kill and stuff like that as well. So whatever. But still, she just can't handle it. The fog actually is used against her. The fog that she created for cover is used as cover by the White Cloaks. Like, unfortunate. Or purposeful. Who knows? You know, the Aes Sedai be finessing. But then Perrin and Perrin and Dane meet, and it's a standoff. And he's like, bro, I thought you were a good guy. He was like, I wasn't till you killed my daddy. He's like, bro, you out here killing wolves, beheading them, murdering innocent women, and killing them. Like, this is a crazy thing that's going on right now. And then an all-out battle ensues after that. And Fael was going crazy, man. I was not ready for Fael to be whooping ass. I think she took out 2 or 3 White Cloaks, and she was really doing the damn thing. Like, she was not playing around when she took them White Cloaks out, okay? Like, bruh, come on. Left, right, dip, 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 uppercut, stab, stab, throwing knives. Like, she's turned up. I don't know if we saw her turned up like this in the book. They got her out here like an Aiel, you know? Like rocket. Maxim, of course, comes back and saves his woman. I don't know where the hell Child Valdar went, yo. Because bro was definitely in the bushes wearing a Superman suit watching. And then he just disappeared. So I don't know what happened with bro. Because that's crazy. Because he definitely got the hell up out of there, bro. Bro will survive. You feel me? And then we get to what shall not be spoken of. My guy Rand is out here in Dreamland trying to get some ass wherever he can. And I couldn't believe it, okay? I could not believe it, bro. I don't know what's going on with him, yo. But it seems like he's tweaking. Like, he's definitely tripping. He should not be here with Lanfear. Like, what? What are we doing, bro? And how dumb is this dude? You know Egwene is learning how to travel through dreams, and you go into your dream to cheat on her? What? Absolutely crazy. And they immediately start getting their freak on. I'm like, bro. Egwene goes to Moiraine and helps her to travel Tel'aran'rhiod. And I love that. Interesting things they're doing here, but I'm here for it. And look at that. Oh my goodness. That is so sexy, bro. The way they're like that's the best way I can explain it. Is they're like torn apart and then reassembled. Like, oh sheesh. But we see that Moiraine had to sneak into Tel'aran'rhiod so she could tell Siuan that the White Tower needs to bend the knee immediately. The White Tower needs to bend the knee. It's just what needs to happen. She's like, yo, we had plans. I find the dragon. You get the White Tower ready for him. I did my part. I love it. Like, if Moiraine ain't lying, she did do her part. She did the hell out of her part. And this is where Egwene starts stalking everybody in their dreams for some reason. It was interesting to me that not only was she stalking everybody, but also nobody knew that she was there. That's a little interesting to me. Don't understand how that works completely. But it makes you really wonder about what the hell is going on with Lanfear, right? Like, if Lanfear has been watching Rand and all these other people and no one knows that she's there, like, are they doing something similar? Are they doing something similar going into people's dreams and hacking them? Should Nynaeve be hacking people? Should Egwene be hacking people's dreams? It was really cool to see this. What is her name? Damn it. Elaine. I love seeing Elaine's dream. Her weaving the wind through the sails with Avienda getting their little freak on. Like I said, this is a super horny episode. But again, look at creepy ass Egwene. She's like, oh, this is so nice and such a cute, intimate moment. Let me just watch it. Like, that's creepy as hell, nah? So sad that Matt's dreaming of his mom, who he don't know is dead. That's just sad, bro. Like, that's just so sad. Kind of felt some type of way about the Perrin dream hitting the... I don't know how I felt about this. I don't know. I'm really hoping that we're not consolidating dream sequences for this moment here. That's all I can say. I love all those dream moments. We only have 3 episodes left, so I'm pretty sure we're not getting any of that this season. So I'm really interested in... are we gonna do the hammer axe thing? I feel like there's a lot of character development with Perrin wanting to be a blacksmith. This could just be them teasing that, right? And then the saddest of them all, our girl, so happy to see Rand. And Rand is like getting blown or something, bro. Like he's getting absolute dome swoggled because you cannot see Lanfear, and then she pops up. Like something was going down. You feel me? Like it was going down. And it seems that Lanfear can actually see Egwene. No one else can see Egwene, but Lanfear sees her right and clear. And we actually end the episode on that note. Super unexpected. Have no idea what this means for next week's episode, yo. People are not gonna be happy. It's about to get funky. Okay? So you might need to slide to the left, slide to the right, and crisscross. Okay? Like, wow. So let me know how you guys felt about this episode in the comment section down below. Did you like it? Did you not like it? What did you want more of? What do you think we didn't get enough of? And how do you feel about all of the changes from the book without getting too spoilery because I've only read to book 3? Yo, what's up with it, Amanda? How did the White Cloaks know Alana was in the woods? I think they knew that she was in the woods because Child Valdar is a witch sensor. He can like smell that shit on witches. I don't know how, but he knows. And the mist was coming from a central direction. There was no fog before. There was fog. It's flowing in from one direction. You think that and then if he's a White Cloak, he's gonna be like, that has to be an Aes Sedai. Where could this be coming from? And then you just kind of follow the fog until you find your Aes Sedai. So I think that's how that happens, especially because she's like right here, and all the fog is like happening from here on, well, around her as well. But you know what I mean? Like it's gonna definitely be thinner the closer you get to the person that's creating said fog. And he was like, I'm gonna show you how to catch an Aes Sedai. So I'm pretty sure that just means like, bro, you just follow the breadcrumbs. Imagine your girlfriend being mad at you and she says it's because she had a dream you cheated on her. I have lived that. The dream effect kind of looks like Mystique's coming. Yo, I said the exact same thing. Literally. I said the exact same thing. I'm so happy I'm not the only one that saw that. You're so right. What's sad is Matt doesn't know how to accept his mother's love even in his dream. Facts. She was like, I'm proud of you. And he was like, all right, cool. I can say everything's headed in the right direction for me. I hear you there. I don't even know what you're talking about, dude. Very book eggy. That's the sound design for episode 4 is so dope. The soundtrack tonight was as well. Yeah, the soundtrack for episode 4 was insane. Episode 4 was insane. I'm telling you, episode 4 is my favorite, probably one of my favorite episodes of television. Like, the Battle of the Bastards, episode 4, yeah, those are my top episodes of television right there. And there's an episode of The Expanse, but I don't know exactly which one. Actually, Foundation, where they have the Foundation, where they destroy that bro. Oh my god. Foundation has some crazy episodes too, for sure. I wonder if there's a reason why Lanfear might not like Egwene. That's such a good question. I don't know what it is. Definitely has me scratching my head, you know what I mean? Varen is slick. Yo. Insanely slick. We have 3 more episodes, 8 episode seasons. Yo. This was our season premiere. You know, our halfway point season, our mid-season premiere. There we go. Last week was our mid-season finale. This is our mid-season premiere. We got a couple episodes to go. Do you remember Joya and Amiko being captured at the end of book 3 at the stone? We're well into book 4 material. Damn. Oh, wow. You turned the bond back on 5 eras ago? Yeah, I like that too. Rand violated Eggy's trust by texting his ex, but Egwene violated his trust by going through his phone. So really, they're both wrong. I suppose. Balda has a child, a dowsing rod for Aes Sedai. Avienda being a brat while eating was straight from the book. Ooh. Interesting. This episode was really dark. I had to turn up the brightness. Yeah, it was pretty dark. I agree with that. But I like stuff like that. Because it wasn't just very dark, it was also very bright. Like, I think the tone is set properly with that as well. It was very dark to show. I think there's a lot of symbolism in that as well for the show, right? I mean, if you look at this, we go from that very dark scene to this super bright scene. And that transition almost can hurt your eyes. You know? It's like, oh. Like, this is such a bright scene all the way around. The sun is just illuminating down. Like, the brights are brights and the darks are darks. Like, the atmosphere is properly set through the tone of each of these shots. Like, the cinematography was just on an all-out 10. I mean, even if you look at this picture here, look at how deep these shadows are on them, right? Like, look at the right side of Rand's face, and then look at the left side of his face where the shadow is, right? Obviously, a lot of symbolism within the shadows being on half of his face and all of this stuff as well, but I'll let Unraveling the Pattern get us all that information, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to UTP! Even with Moiraine and Swan, right? Like, look at that. Like, look at that. Look at the shadow. Look at the lighting. Like, bruh. Look at how bright it is outside versus inside because there's no sun. Like, come on, bro. They're cooking with the lighting. I love it. What did you think of the next on why? I didn't even see that. Was there one? I don't see it. Yeah, I don't have a next on Wheel of Time for mine. Yo, I keep forgetting that Sony makes this. Yeah, I don't have anything for mine saying coming up next week. I'm Canadian. Maybe ours is different. Canadian, eh? Interesting. Hey, guys, do you know where I can watch the animated things that they deleted off of Amazon Prime? What were they called? Found it. Never mind. Someone put all of them together. Shout out to you, random citizen. I may be watching these as a video, because what? That's awesome. But let me know how you guys feel about all that stuff in the comment section down below. I'm so excited about the Wheel of Time. It's been such a good time tonight, man. I'm exhausted. I've been up legit all day long. It's 2 o'clock in the freaking morning, bro. And I am exhausted, yo. But to all of you beautiful, lovely dudes and dudettes out there, I hope everybody has a fantastic rest of their night, day, whatever time it may be, wherever you may be. If you haven't already, make sure you drop a like and a share on the stream because it helps out tremendously around these parts. You can also follow us on social media at Marvel Bros. Save the Day with all things Marvel and everything pop culture. You can follow me on social media at Sensei Finito Today to save the day with all my thoughts, theories, and opinions on whatever particular thing I may be partaking in at that particular time. I appreciate each and every one of you, and I hope all of you guys have a fantastic rest of your day, night, and or a morning. And as I always say, stay awesome, stay nerdy, and don't forget to stay marvelous. Sleep well and wake. Oh. One last question, though. Do you think you would have understood Tel'aran'rhiod if the show had explained it instead of book 3? No, I don't think so. I'm not gonna lie, I don't think I would have understood it. Because they don't do a good job of explaining the difference between dreams and this and that and that and this and that and this. Like, I will say the show does not handle the magic systems in a good way at all. I don't think the show handles the magic systems in a good way. Like, in my opinion, we're a little too deep into the season right now to barely be understanding things about Tel'aran'rhiod. Like, that's a lot of shit to do back to back to back. You know? That's a lot to do. Because they introduced the whole, in the last episode, they introduced like being able to travel back in time and doing all these things there. And then in this episode, they introduced the Tel'aran'rhiod thing. They also introduced the other people can weave, and it's a lot of stuff going on. Like, especially if I wasn't a super duper nerd, I don't think I would understand it as deep for the show. Because, like, as you watch it, it's just kind of like, okay. Now, how do we differentiate this from what was going on with Ishmael? And when what was that? Egwene saw a different future or whatever, but it wasn't the dream. Was that Tel'aran'rhiod? And all these, I think there's just a lot going on that they haven't explained enough of just yet. Like, we need that linchpin in a way. You know? Like, things are so, I think what you just said is what I'm about to say too. There are also at least 3 distinct ways of seeing the future. And that's something that they need to start really honing in on, is there are multiple ways of things to happen. Like Homegirl saying, I think somebody said it, right? More people can channel than just this or whatever. That should have been introduced a little while ago if they wanted to introduce all these things now, right? Like, I feel like maybe that could have been in one of the earlier episodes from somebody, somewhere, somehow, some way, saying, hey, channeling is a little bit more than that, right? And then we have the whole Wolf Brother shit going down, that we have nothing of that happening in this season so far, right? Like, bro's not talking to wolves. He's not getting hints from the wolves that shit's going down. Like, the wolves did not cry to him that they were dying. Like, you know what I'm saying? But in the last season, all that wolf stuff was going, like, there's a lot of shit going on, and they're trying to compartmentalize it. But they should not be compartmentalizing. They should be blending it together and trying to tell it all in one way. Because I don't feel like in the book things are compartmentalized in that same aspect. Everything is given to you as a piece of a puzzle. It's not being given to you as a piece that you have to figure out is a piece of a puzzle. If you know what I'm saying, right? Like, in the book, the way things are structured is it allows you to realize, like, you don't have to find out that these are pieces. It's like, no, everything is a piece of this puzzle. But in the show, they're kind of taking the opposite thing, and they're like, look at all these pieces. Which ones are the puzzle pieces? You know what I mean? Because I think they're trying to switch the story around and kind of trick all you guys that have read the books a little bit, so you don't know exactly what's going to happen. And it's just a lot. It's a lot. I'm not going to lie. It's a lot. I really want to talk to someone else who has not watched this show. You know what I mean? I mean, that has not read the books. Like, I need to talk to another watcher. I would love to have a conversation with another watcher to see how they're doing with it. Because book 3 is filled with lore, world building, and magic system stuff. Like, that is what book 3 is all about. And that's one of the reasons why it was my favorite so far. Because, like, we just dove into all of these things that are happening. And we have not yet dove in. And that's kind of what I was expecting even before reading book 3. And that's why I didn't want to read book 3, is because I thought in this season we were going to be diving in. And I was like, I don't want to dive in before we dive in. You know what I mean? And in a way, they're not diving in. So it makes me I'm a little interested in what they're going to do now. Because I'm like, why haven't we dove head first into all of these things? Why are we still drip feeding it in a weird, I don't know. It's being drip fed to us in weird ways. Information is being given in weird ways for even just in the magic system. Like, I don't know. I just be looking into things and I'm like, what's happening here? I want Remy to watch this show so bad so I can see if she's like, okay, what the hell is going on? Or if she's like, oh shit, this is what's going on, you know? Do you think you can win in a fight between 113-year-olds or 13 100-year-olds? This is a crazy question. I'm going to be honest with you. I think I'm winning either way. I'm going to just be lit. Like, is this just bare knuckle brawling? Or is this like, I got to take out some, you know what I mean? Like, you know? Are we talking just straight up 1v1s? Or are we talking, you know, Revenge of the Sith? Because I'll take out a librarian and a Padawan. You feel me? You should do a reactor collab sometimes. WoT fans are very eager to do channel crossovers. I'm going to look into that for sure. I'm looking into that for sure. Was that it, though, for sure? Okay, that was it for sure. All right. I appreciate that question. That was a good one. You guys, let me know any other questions you have in the comment section down below, because I know you guys are going to be watching this on the rewatch. Ask me any questions that you have of, like, book and show and all that stuff. You know, let me know. Egwene immediately just teleporting through Teleranriode is insane, by the way. Like, insane. We did not spend enough time on that. Like, them just being like, oh shit, she's gone. What's happening? Oh, now she's doing this for Moiraine. And she's teleporting into everyone's dreams. Like, that was a lot. That's a lot, bro. That is so much. But I love it. I love this show. I do. I can't lie. I love this show. I love the book. I can't wait to continue going down the Teleranriode. You know what I'm saying? But with all that being said, for the last time, I hope all you guys have a fantastic rest of your day. As I always say, stay awesome, stay nerdy, and don't forget to stay marvelous. Sleep well and
If
well.
you guys would like to support Marv Bros, all you gotta do is visit our website at www.marvbros.com and buy some merch. Represent the superfan. Or you can join our Patreon to get early access to content, patron-only scoops, giveaways, private Q&As, and those sacred watch parties. We appreciate you guys. We'll catch you on the next one. Excelsior.
On today's pop culture news update.